So super excited to be here. It's David Imonitie here, calling in right now from Houston, Texas. I want to welcome each and every one of you to tonight's call. I know we've got people that have chimed in from all around the world. I even saw the United Kingdom on there. We will be there December the 2nd. We're going to be having a big event there December the 2nd of this year. So looking forward to being back in the UK. We'll also be in Nigeria as well. And obviously, we're gearing up for major events that are happening in the beginning of the year. I know a lot of you that are listening and maybe a part of other opportunities or part of other industries. And obviously, you know I'm a part of the industry of network marketing. We've got a big event called IML Go Beyond. This is about really taking your belief system, taking all the goals, the dreams that you have, and getting your mindset to go beyond that, right? Because once you go beyond that, then all those things that you really, really desire can absolutely happen in your life. So that is going to be happening January the 18th and the 19th. We've got it all laid out. It's going to be absolutely stupendous, guys. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And just to let you guys know, the early bird pricing is over tonight. We extended it one more day. It was supposed to be over yesterday, but it's going to be over tonight at midnight. $67, ladies and gentlemen, for a two-day event. We're talking about the very best of the best trading, best of the best training on Forex, cryptocurrency. We're talking about some of the best when it comes to the industry of network marketing. We're going to have, listen, two $10 million earners, okay? Two $10 million earners in the house, Alex Moore and Yvonne Tapia. $10 million a year. That's in a 12-month time frame, ladies and gentlemen. I know Alex really doesn't like his income, to be put out there, but tonight I'm gonna let them know. All right, but they're gonna be in the house for this event. It is going to be absolutely incredible. So go ahead and get your tickets. Make sure your organization is there. You do not want to miss what is going to take place that particular weekend. So it's going to go up to regular pricing. It's going to happen midnight. Regular pricing is still a bargain, $97 for this two-day event. We've got Dr. Spiller, who is, I've dubbed him the truth, all right? The truth when it comes to trading. This guy just doesn't miss. I mean, it's pretty remarkable to see what is happening in his life and happening for the folks that he's been able to lead. And really a lot of people are benefiting from what God is actually doing in his life right now. So happy for him and his wife. They just purchased a home here in Katy, and I got a little glimpse of it, and it looks really, really nice. I'm waiting on that tour that we're going to get, and I'm waiting on that gumbo too. So definitely excited for what's taking place. So we're going to have him. We're going to have Orrin Wright, who's another great educator, another incredible trainer, six-figure trader. We're also going to have Nick Gomez in the house. Cryptocurrency King is what I call him. Absolutely amazing. We're going to have some of the very best of the best that's going to be at IML Go Beyond. And I can tell you, events is what takes your belief level to a whole nother level. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I'm going to be talking about a subject that I talk about every single day. When I'm most alive, when I'm most excited, is when I'm teaching on the power of belief. And the reason why is because I know what it's done in my life, but more importantly, I know what it's done for the lives of so many people, literally millions of people all around the world that have benefited from this absolutely incredible power that's available to each and every one of us. But most of us have grown up with the thought process that everything that you want to accomplish is possible if you could just get yourself to the place of believing. And I've really dedicated my life to teaching people how to do it, how to believe. That's what the topic of this call is here tonight. So it doesn't matter what you do, all right? If your goal is to achieve a level of financial success in your life, whatever it is that you want to achieve, believing can get you there. Believing is what makes it possible. And I'm going to teach you tonight really how to do it. I believe, and every time I get on a call like this, I have great expectation for what is going to happen. I do. I have great expectation, and so should you. You should have great expectation for what is going to take place for you on this call. And I don't want you just to listen tonight, just to listen. I want you to listen. I want you to learn, but I also want you to learn from the standpoint of one day that you will be the person that's going to be teaching this information, that you will be the person that have applied the information, have seen the information work in your life, and now you're able to now teach it to other people and make a difference in their lives as well. But real quickly, before I move on, you know, we've got IML Go Beyond coming up. We got a major surprise here. We're going to be putting it out on a website. As a matter of fact, I know you're watching. If you can, text me the website for the women's event that is going to be taking place that Sunday. All right, on January the 20th, we have the one and only Chanel Imonitie. She is going to be doing. That's funny. Send me the website. She's going to be doing a women's event. It is going to be off the chain. That is going to be Sunday morning. I believe it's going to be at about 11 o'clock. We're going to have tickets for that available. I believe tickets will be on the website here. Once I get the website, you will be able to. Okay, so it's IML Go Beyond. So you can get your tickets on imlgobeyond.com. And the link is at the bottom for you to get your tickets for the women's event. I believe it's only, I think it's $67. Okay, $67. And those of you guys know, obviously that's a bargain. You get a chance to hear from. That's the early bird. Okay, thanks. She's letting you know that's the early bird, and obviously it's going to sell out really quickly. This is open not just to. Okay, early bird's $97. Okay, all right, 97 is regular, and 67 is the. Now this is the women's event. All right, I'll make sure that we're not giving out the regular event. Okay. All right, so I'll get the information to you guys, but yes, all right, it is the women's event. It is $67 early. Early bird, $97 is going to be for the full price for the event. So go ahead and get your early bird tickets. Ladies, go ahead and do that tonight because it's going to sell out. It's not just open to the folks that are part of iMarkets Live. It's open to her entire network. So limited seating for that event. While the ladies are doing that, you know, I love basketball. So we're going to have the very first 3-on-3 basketball tournament. All right. So you want to go ahead. I believe the flyer will be on the website as well, imlgobeyond.com. You'll be able to get in contact with Vince Murphy. He's going to be coordinating that particular event there. So if you think you can hoop, all right, you want to be at the 3-on-3 basketball tournament that we have. So all that trash talking that a lot of you guys are doing, now we really got a chance. We're going to have everybody there to make sure that we get this on tape, all right? We get people to see this live, okay? But I'm excited about that. But let's go ahead and jump into tonight's call here. I'm pumped up about this because, you know, years ago when I got a hold of this information, it just revolutionized the whole way that I saw life. And when I saw it, I was struggling at the time. Things weren't really going well for me. And I started really applying the information, not really knowing that it was going to work. I just applied it because I respected the person that was sharing the information with me. I've been in this industry now for 14 years, and you know, mentorship has been a huge part of the success that I've had. I've been blessed to have some great people in my life that have come into my life for a season, for a purpose, and it's really accelerated me to where it is that I am today. And the same thing's going to happen for you too. There are going to be people that come into your life that make a difference in your life. I believe that God, whenever he wants to do something in your life, he sends someone to you. And it's just up to you to be able to recognize that person and be able to get everything that God wants you to get from that individual. So I've been blessed to get this information. I've been blessed to apply it. And I know that it's going to make a difference for you as well. Now, let's talk about belief. Now, why is belief so important? Well, I think it runs our entire life. When you really think about this, the power of belief, it runs our entire life. And tonight, I'm going to teach you on two parts when it comes to the power of belief, okay? The power of belief. And I'm going to kind of draw a correlation to both of them so you understand how this actually works, okay? Now, I'm going to go over the 4 factors, okay, that I want you to write this down, that create, all right, that create your belief system, all right? How is a belief system created? All right. How is a belief? There is actually steps. There are actually things that happen in our lives, knowingly and unknowingly, that actually create belief systems. All right. That literally govern the way we live our lives. All right. Literally govern everything about our lives. And tonight, I don't want you to focus so much on having. You know, we talk about having all the time, and that's okay, But tonight, I don't want you to focus on having. I want you to focus on becoming. Right? You look at the word belief, B-E, becoming, B-E. It starts with you being something, right? So, I want to have the Bentley, or I want to have millions of dollars. Well, let's kind of shift away from that. Nothing wrong with wanting to have those things, but let's focus on the person that you need to become. Because if you become that person, then automatically all those things are going to be added on to you, right? If you focus on becoming, right, a person that's worth, all right, having the nice things in life. You focus on becoming the person that's worth $10,000 a month or $10,000 a minute, then all these other things that you want to have, they're automatically going to come into your life. So that's really going to be the focus of tonight. So the 4 factors that create, is that how you spell create? Yeah, I think. All right, create. That's how you spell it, all right? Forgot the E, all right? The 4 factors that create a belief system, all right? And then I'm going to go over the 3 elements. I want you to write this down again, all right? Now this is important, all right? So once you've created it, all right, it doesn't mean that it's fully grown, all right? Now these 3 elements right here, what they do is they impact your belief system, all right? Or another word that I want you to look at tonight is they reinforce, okay? They reinforce your belief system, okay? So I can have a belief for something, right? And you can have the same belief for the same thing, but your belief is much stronger because you've had it reinforced a whole lot more, right? So we have the same belief. Like, if we started out today and said, hey, we want to get to $10,000 a month, all right? That's what we're believing for. Now we got to create a belief system for that, right? But then there's certain things that you can do that would impact your belief system a whole lot faster, reinforce your belief system a whole lot faster, that allows you to get there maybe a little bit quicker, all right? So these 2 elements are so very powerful. Now, these 4 elements, let's go over them. Number 1, I'm going to give this to you up front, and then I'll go back and talk about it, all right? Number 1 is your environment, okay? Number 1, the 4 factors that impact your belief system, that actually create your belief system, is your environment, okay? Number 2 are the people that are in your life, okay? So a short word for that would be your associations, all right? The credible people that are in your life, that are speaking into your life, all right? Number 3 is the information, all right? The information that is in your life, the information that you listen to, all right, that you see on an ongoing basis, on a daily basis, all right? So you got your environment, you got the people that you're around, all right? Now here's the last one. This right here, this is so important. This is life experiences, all right? Life experiences. So this is what actually creates your belief system, all right? The 3 elements that impact and reinforce and strengthens your belief system, there's 3 of them. Number 1 is words. Number 2, images. Number 3, emotions. All right? Now, I want to teach this to you tonight from the standpoint of where you would truly, truly understand it. If I asked you, what is the number 1 thing that you already believe? Now, this is important. I'm going to ask this, and I want you to answer this in the chat. This is very important for you to get. I want you to put in the chat, because I want to see this. If you had to look at your life, all right, what is the number 1 thing that you already believe? 1,000% that you would die for, okay? That you would die for. The number 1, not the. Some of you are putting millionaire, okay? So you put God, okay? God, all right. The number 1 thing that you would die for, all right? Most of you are saying the answer that I thought, all right? And I'm going to use the word religion, even though I don't believe in religion, right? But the definition of religion is just a way of living, okay? So I'll just use that word for tonight. But the number 1 belief on the earth for most people is their religion. It really is, right? Think about it. if you're from the Islamic faith, or the Christianity faith, or Buddha, whatever it is, okay? That is probably the number one belief system that a person has. So here's my question, and this is what I ask myself. Remember, I told you I study this. This is something that is so important to me. All right. So if I want to believe for $20 million a year, okay, and I understand, because it doesn't matter what you believe for, because the foundation of the belief system is all things are possible to those that believe. Everything that I want to accomplish, you got to really understand. That's got to be deep down on the inside of you, that whatever it is that I want, whatever it is that I desire, is possible once I get myself to the place of believing. So I use this formula here. All right, I understand these two parts, so to speak, when it comes to the power of belief. Okay. So when you look at this, you say, okay, the religion that you have. Let's use you're a Catholic. All right, you're a Catholic. And you believe that you're a Catholic, right? But how did you get to that place? How did you get to a place of believing that you're a Catholic? When you were born, automatically, you were born into the environment of a Catholic, right? Think about it. Let's look at the word. Let's look at the word environment. Okay, let's look at this word. I think I looked it up the other day, and I took a screenshot of it. The word environment. Okay, look at this. It says the surroundings or conditions in which a person, animal, or plant lives or operates. Okay, watch this. This is the one that got me. Okay, it says the setting or conditions in which a particular activity is carried on. All right. So a situation, a setting, background, backdrop, a scene. Okay. Surroundings, conditions. Okay. Habitat, territory. All right. So your environment. You've heard it before. You are a product of your environment. Right. You're a product of your environment. So if you were born into a Catholic home, your environment that you were born into automatically start to create this belief system. Now, let's talk about this. What happened in this environment? In this environment, there were certain words that were spoken, right? So I'm gonna kind of give you why they crisscross and why they're all connected. In this environment, there were words that were spoken in this environment, right? You probably went to mass, right? You probably went to mass, right? Watch this. In this environment, there were also images, all right? Now, here's the deal. For all of this to work, write this word. This is so important. Repetition, okay? Repetition is so critical. I think that's how you spell it. You know how to spell it. Repetition. All of this works through repetition, all right? So in this environment, you had words that were spoken ever since you were born. And you can use this for Christianity. It doesn't matter. Just understand my point here. All right? All right. So in this environment, there were images. There were pictures. Like if you were a Catholic and I came into your home, more than likely you had a picture of Mary. Right? More than likely you had a rosemary chain or something like that. Right? Maybe your mom had that on. Okay? There were images that were creating this belief system to where you believe that you're a Catholic, but it had really nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with your environment. So what is that? How does that correlate into what it is that you want to accomplish in your life? How do you go about creating an environment for the person that's worth $1 million? Well, how did you create the environment? How was the environment created for you to believe that you were Muslim, or for you to believe that you were a Christian, or for you to believe that you're a Catholic? Guess what? There were words that were being spoken in that environment. There were images all around you, right, that fortified, right, that impacted your belief system even more. Okay? Now, also in this environment, there are emotions that play into the environment as well. Because when you went to church, right, you went to mass, there were emotions in there. There was music, Music carries emotions. All right. All of this is fortifying your belief system. Now look at this. Number two, the people that are in your life. So automatically when you were born, if you were born into a Christian home, right? Like myself, both my parents are pastors, automatically, right? Guess what? What did I hear out the gate? All I heard was the Bible, right? So the people that are in your life, what are they saying to you? So if you're now believing for $1 million, now you've got to be conscious of the people that are in your life. You cannot have anyone in your life that is speaking against what you're believing for. Does that make sense? This is so critical because a lot of times we're having conversations, we're having relationships with people that really tolerate us and not people that are really there to celebrate us, not people that are there to really help us get to where it is that you want to go. All right? So who are the people in your life? You got to take inventory before you go into 2019. You need to do a quick glance and look around and say, okay, who is in my life? All right, and is this person or are these people fortifying, right, with their words? Look, the people in your life, guess what? They're speaking words, right? They're speaking words. Now, you think other people's words don't matter? Yes, they do. Their words are very, very powerful. That's why you have to be very careful who you allow into your life. And for me, I've always done this. If things ever go wrong, first question I ask is, who just came into my life, right? Or who just left my life, right? This is so important because you're going to be a sum total of not just the thoughts that you have, but also the people that you hang around with. You hear the cliches all the time. If you hang around 4 broke people, then more likely you'll be the 5th one, right? And it's true, right? Because what happened for me 14 years ago, I had to change my environment. I was in an environment in North Carolina. I was getting in trouble over there in North Carolina. My mom said, hey, listen, you need to come back to Houston, change of an environment. I met different people that weren't making $30,000 a year. I met people that were making $30,000 a month. See how that changed? See how that, now a new belief system is now being created because the belief system that I had before was that I'll make $50,000 a year. But now when I changed who I was around, the people that I was around, and I changed because now they were speaking different words. Now I was able to see different things, right? I was able to experience different things, all right? Number 3, information, right? What did you really do, David, when you were coming up, right, on your way to success? What did you really do? Every single day, ladies and gentlemen, every single day, 7 days a week, ladies and gentlemen, I was listening to some sort of personal self-development. Every single day without failure. I had to have this information downloaded, the right type of information, because what information does, ladies and gentlemen, it programs your way of thinking. All right, it's forming in your mind what you're listening to over and over and over and over again. Once again, everything has to do with words. All right, now words carry pictures. All right, because if I say car, if I say dog, a picture of the car, the picture of the dog. If I say chain, a picture of the chain pops up in your head. All right, so the information that you're listening to carries images, and these images that you're holding in your mind, they're creating your life. All right, see guys, it's the same thing, right? Remember, we're still talking about if you were a Catholic, and you can use this. Don't get offended. You can use this whatever religion you are. All right. What information were you listening to all the time? I was a Christian, right? I am a Christian. So the information I was listening to all the time had to do with what? The Bible, right? Words. So all these stories, these images, like I watched 10 Commandments, or Jesus of Nazareth. I think Jesus looks like him, or I think Moses looks like Carlton Heston, right? All these images that are in my mind, these stories that I've heard growing up have fortified repetition and fortify my belief system. So when things happen in my life, I can go back to the stories that I've heard, the information that I've heard, and that is what allows me to carry on. Right? It's the same thing with any faith that you have right now. So every single day, you got to be downloading information that is moving you in the direction of where you want to go. So if where you want to go is $1 million or $10 million or whatever it is, the information you're listening to has to direct you there. I remember, here's what happened. I had just become a six-figure earner, and I wanted to go to the next level. So I started to get this information, changed my environment. I went to a Unleash the Power event with Tony Robbins. So here's what happened. Now I'm around a different set of people, right? Here's what's happening in this environment. I've got words coming in. I've got images coming in. I've got emotions coming in, because all we did was we celebrated every single day. We celebrated things that hadn't even happened yet. See, that's what most people don't do. Most people don't celebrate and don't have the emotions of gratitude and love before it takes place. That is what allows it to take place, ladies and gentlemen. All right? So information every single day. So I went to that event. I got new information. And what did that information do? It actually fortified. Information is words, images. It fortified my belief system. All right? Now here, this one, this is the big one. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to write this down. You will only believe what you've experienced. All right? You will only believe 1,000% what you've actually experienced in your life. Because you can't truly have an emotion about something that you have not actually experienced. All right? For those emotions to be real, it must have happened. It must have coincided with something you've experienced. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the gift I'm going to give you tonight. If you're going to create the emotions, because emotion is energy, if you're going to create the energy of a person who is a multi-millionaire, you have got to. You don't have a choice in this matter. You have to experience it before it happens. All right? This is the most important part when it comes to the power of belief. Because whatever you experience, you believe. If you want to stretch your mind, if you want to go beyond and go to the next level in life and create a new comfort zone, because all of us were created to be comfortable. See, right now you're comfortable in the car that you drive. You're comfortable in the home that you live in. You're comfortable in the clothes that you wear. And you're comfortable there because you have not given yourself the gift of experiencing something at a higher level. This week, I'm going to challenge you this week to go and experience something that you don't believe you can afford right now. So you may not believe you can afford the car that you want, the dream car that you want. But thinking that way, right, and speaking that way will keep you exactly where it is that you are right now. What I want you to do is, I want you to create a new comfort zone. I want you to go to that car dealership. I want you to go and sit in the car. I want you to, if you can, test drive the car. Because what that's going to do, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm using that as an example, it works for anything. It works for anything, ladies and gentlemen. It works for anything. It even works for cologne. It works for cologne. I'll tell you a quick story about that here. But it works for everything. It's about creating a new comfort zone, ladies and gentlemen. And you can only do that through experience. All right? What are you experiencing right now? If all you're experiencing, right, is your current life situation, that is all you would ever believe you could ever have. Now, your mind is going to tell you, it's going to try to play tricks on you and say, oh, well, you can't afford that. Right? It's going to say, oh, well, that's stupid. That makes no sense. I want you to trust me. I want you to trust that what I'm telling you absolutely does work. All right? Because, see, ladies and gentlemen, when a person does not have the activity, and this is why I never call anyone in my group and ask them, are you working? I never do that. I never ask them, are you showing the plan? Are you prospecting? I never do that. Because I know that if a person is in a place of believing, action follows belief. It's automatic. See, because belief is an action. It's not a noun. It's a verb. It's something that you're actively doing. And when you're actively believing, meaning that you created the environment and said your goal is to earn $1 million, then what does that mean? That means that the words that you're speaking, the words that you're around, right? The signs that you have put up. This is why we have the $20 million bill. This is why we had the $1 million a month sign up. See, I already know. And guess what? The people, you're going to be in communication, close communication with the people that are where you want to go. Here's how I know when a person is not in a place of believing. They spend more time talking about their past, showing their past. I can go on a person's Facebook page or Instagram page, and I can look and I can see if this person is really forward thinking or they're still thinking about what happened in the past, whether it was something good that happened back then or something bad that happened back then. Okay? It coincides with it, ladies and gentlemen. Right? So when you say, well, David, what's the activity that I need to put forth in order for me to be successful? The activity has never changed. You know, if you own a real estate business, the activity doesn't change. You own an insurance business, the activity doesn't change. It's a numbers game. If you're in network marketing, it's a numbers game. If you trade Forex or cryptocurrency, guess what? It's a numbers game. It's not gonna happen just on one trade. You're gonna trade and you're gonna fail and fail and fail and fail and fail. But you're gonna continue to take action because you got a belief system that is set up for success. Your environment is set up for success. The pictures that are around you. You know, when I look at Dr. Spiller, he shot a video today, and I was looking at the background, his kitchen, and the cabinets look very similar. I'm not surprised. Not at all. This is what he's been exposed to. Same thing happened for me years ago when I went into a person's home and I saw what the home looked like. Immediately, guess what? It created a belief system. It created a new environment, a new comfort zone. Well, no, I don't like that. No, I don't want to live in a one-bedroom apartment anymore. No, I want more. Why? Because I had experienced more. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to do that. I was talking with Gary McSween and Luke Quan and Brett Thomas, and I said, listen, if you're going to develop more leaders, you got to develop the leader's mindset, right? You got to develop their mindset. You got to expand their mindset. Well, how did your mind get expanded? Your mind only gets expanded, write this down, based on what you actually experienced. You can read all the books, you can speak all the words that you want to speak, and you can have all the visualization, and those things are important. They're vitally important. But the number one, by far, is putting yourself in that environment. All right? You know, you have somebody who lives in the ghetto, all right? Someone who's accustomed to living in filth. You can put them in a clean home, and you come back 6 months later, and they will have that home filthy because they're not accustomed to living in a clean home. Right? A pastor in Nigeria said this. He was actually from Ghana, and he said it to Nigerians. He said it to their face, so they couldn't really get offended. And he said, take Singapore. He said, Singapore, one of the wealthiest countries, cleanest countries in the world. Everything operates, you know, at a high level there. He said, if you take everybody from Singapore and you put them in Lagos, and you take everybody from Lagos and you put them in Singapore, he said in 20 years, a place where nothing works, which is, he's talking about Lagos now, he said, you'll come back and you'll find that everything works. And if you go to Singapore, a place where everything works, you'll come back and you'll see that nothing works, right? So yes, your environment is so important. What you're saying is so important. What you're seeing is so important. But ladies and gentlemen, the biggest thing you can take away from tonight's call is whatever it is, whatever my goal is, whatever, because we're taking you through some steps here. You've already identified what your goal is for 2019. I told you to write that down. In the month of November, you need to write down what your goal is. What are you going to accomplish in 2019? Now, these are the two factors right here that you need to focus on. how do I go about creating this environment for my goal? I need to have the right words around me. I need to have the right images around me. I need to have the right pictures around me that fortify, that reinforce, that impact my belief system. Right? I've got to have the right people around me. Am I around people that are going where it is that I want to go? Am I around people that are where it is that I want to go? Am I in close communication with them? Because if I'm in close communication with them, then I'm going to be receiving information that is going to assist me in helping me get to where it is that I want to go. Right? The leaders that I'm most close with, we communicate on a daily basis. Right? And that's not the reason why they're top earners or whatever, right? But there's power in an agreement. There's power in when you have 2 or 3 people that say, hey, this is what we're going to do, and they're committed just as much as you're committed. There's power in that. It has nothing to do with the individual. It has everything to do with the law of agreement, right? But this right here, right, life experience. I'll tell you about bottle cologne. Years ago, I used to wear Estee Lauder Intuition. Years ago. This is probably 10 years ago. I used to wear it all the time. It was my favorite cologne, right? And then I got a sample. I got an experience of Bond number 9. Some of you are familiar with that, right? So I started wearing Bond. When I started making a little bit more money, I started wearing Bond. Bond is about $300 to $400 bottle of cologne, right? But one day, I had a broke thought come through my mind, and it was like, you don't need to spend $300 on a bottle of cologne. You can just buy Estee Lauder, $60, Intuition, and you're good to go. But now remember, I had experienced something different. I had experienced a higher level, because obviously a $300 cologne is going to be of a higher quality than a $60 bottle of cologne. And understand the premise of the story. It has nothing to do with cologne. It has nothing to do with $300 or $60. It has everything to do with experiencing more than what you have right now. It has everything to do with creating a new comfort zone. So I go into the Galleria, and I say, okay, I'm not going to get my Bond. I'm going to get my Intuition. And I go and I spray the Intuition on a card, and I smell it. And immediately my nose says no. A cologne that I love, the cologne that I would wear all the time, my nose said absolutely no way, Jose, it's not happening. Why? Because my nose had experienced something at a high level. What are you experiencing? Give yourself that gift this week, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever goal you have written down, if that goal was to make $10,000 a month, well, how do people that earn $10,000 a month live? How do they live? A person that makes $100,000 a month, how do they live? That's why the industry of network marketing is so powerful, because a lot of times you can get a chance to be around someone that's reached a level of success, and you can do it for free. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go to a Tony Robbins event, you're spending thousands of dollars, right? You want to be friends with some of these, people that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. It's not free. They don't just hang out with you for free, right? It costs money. Right? So, but in network marketing, you can hang out with a millionaire, and it's not going to cost you anything, right? Because they have a vested interest in helping you become successful, right? But you got to be around. You got to be around the experience, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it changed everything for me. 2007, I drove into this neighborhood. I'd never been into a neighborhood like this before in my life. I experienced something different. It created a new belief system, a new environment was created in my mind. People changed. Information. Start listening to more information, but then more importantly, start to experience where it is that I wanted to go. Start to experience where it is that I want to go. This is so vitally important. It is very simple. It is very, very, very simple. How did you become a Christian? How did you become a Catholic? How did you become a Muslim? How did you create that belief system? It was the environment that you were brought up in. It was the images that you saw all the time. It was the words that you heard all the time. That's how your belief system was created. And you had emotions. And you experienced mass. You experienced church. You experienced going to the mosque. Whatever it is, you experienced it. And now you would die for that belief. All right? So you got to get yourself to the place where you believe your goal, all right, just as much as you believe, all right, what your religion is. And it sounds really drastic. It's the same thing. It's the same process. I created this. Right now, I have an environment, not for where I live right now. I've got an environment for a 20,000 square foot home. I've got an environment for a $20 million a year income. Well, how do I? Because the words that are around me are that, right? The people that we're connected to, right? The information that I'm listening to and re-listening to, fortifying and impacting my belief system with words, images, emotions, over and over and over again. It's all about what? Repetition, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it is. It's all about repetition. It's all about repetition. Once you have the belief system down, all right? Once you've created it, all right? Once you've created it and you know how to fortify, you know how to impact it, now you want to go into action mode, right? You want to go into action mode. And ladies and gentlemen, action mode is very, very simple, all right? This is a formula, all right? Desire plus skill times faith, okay? Now, the desire and the faith, they're connected, all right? So, give you an example. Your desire is to earn $10,000 a month, okay? That's your desire, all right? Now, the faith, how is faith connected to this desire? Every single day, because faith comes by what? Hearing. So every single day, I've got to hear this desire. Every single day, I've got to hear it. How do I hear it? I am so happy and grateful. Now, very important word is now. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot act in the past. You can't do any activity in your past. You can't do any activity in your future. You can only do activity here. This now is what makes the work so important. Because if you're happy and grateful now, guess what you're doing now? You're doing the work. Whatever that work is that you need to do. Right? In our business, it's simple. In our business, you're prospecting every single day. All right? You're presenting every single day. And you're promoting. All right? This is what you're doing now because you're already happy and grateful that you're already making $10,000 a month or $10,000 a week or $10,000 a day. It doesn't matter what the number is. You just want to make sure that you are repeating it over and over and over again every single day. And that is part of what? Fortifying the belief system. What you want to do is have an image of $10,000 a month somewhere where you can see it every single day. Right? Why do I have the image? Why do I still carry index cards? Right? Because every time I go into my wallet, subconsciously, I'm always seeing $20 million. Right? It works. So the work, it just happens. You're going to go out and you're going to do the work because belief is there. Right? The environment is set. The people that are around you, these are people that are going where it is that you want to go. These are people that are where you want to be. All right? Every single day, you're listening to information. Listening to information on John C. Maxwell when it comes to leadership. Right? When it comes to belief in the mindset, you're listening to Tony Robbins. You're listening to Bob Proctor. Right? You want to be successful in a particular area in business, you got to find who's the best. Who is the best in this particular space here? Get their information, study their information, devour their information. What's going to happen when you do that? You're going to become that person. Guys, the 4 different types of knowledges are there. You learn, right? Learn knowledge, activity knowledge, and then modeling knowledge. Get the very best. If you're in insurance, find out who's the best in insurance. Study their information. You will become them. Remember, we said tonight is about becoming, not so much having. How did I become a Christian? The environment, right? Words that I was listening to all the time. The people that were around me, my parents, right? Guys, I'm showing you a correlation with your life to how you can use this in your business. It's so simple. So you don't have to be frustrated. You don't have to be worried about if it's going to work out or not. All right? Yeah, maybe from time to time you may have moments of disappointment and, you know, maybe setbacks and whatnot, but you're going to wake up the very next day. I remember coming up in this industry, I quit every night. Literally, there were many, many nights I cried myself to sleep because I was just failing and failing and failing. But every single morning, I would get back up. Right? Because I knew I had so much faith inside of me that it was going to work at some point. I don't know when, but it's going to work. Right? It's going to work. Right? So if you're not putting in the work, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not out doing what is necessary from a work standpoint, right? If you're not learning, right? Those of you that are learning how to trade, if you're not every single day learning, right? If you're not practicing, whether it's trading live, trading with your demo account, and doing it on a repetitious basis, ladies and gentlemen, the belief is not there. And you got to go back to the drawing board, right? And say, how can I create this environment to become a millionaire? And who do I need? Who is in my life? How do I get the right people in my life? All right, and get the information. Let me tell you how you attract the right people. Information. You start listening to the right information every single day. I promise you, you will start attracting the right people into your life automatically. The wrong people will leave your life when you start listening to the right information. But remember what I said tonight. The most important thing, whatever goal you set for yourself, you need to go experience what that life looks like. What does that life feel like? Because you cannot have the emotions, truly have the emotions of faith and belief until you've actually experienced it, ladies and gentlemen. You have to have a physical encounter with where it is that you want to go. I talked about it a couple weeks ago, your 5 senses. The moment you touch it, you believe it. The moment you see it physically, your belief system, the eyes, right? I talked about this before, right? You spell the word eyes, look at that, the last 3 letters spell S, right? Everything that your eyes see, it's an automatic yes, automatically. The belief system is created through your environment, the people that are in your life, the information that you listen to every single day, and life experiences. Most important thing, life experiences. How do you fortify this belief system? Words that I'm speaking every single day. Images that I'm holding in my mind, and I'm seeing. Holding in my mind and also seeing physically. Both of them work. Okay? And then my emotions. What are the 2 most powerful emotions that you should have? Love and gratitude. Love and gratitude. Those are the 2 most powerful emotions that you can have. Those are the most creative emotions that you can have. So now when you have the emotions of love and gratitude, when you go out and you do the work, that's what people feel. People feel the impression of increase. People want to do business with you. People want to be around you. Doesn't matter what you're selling. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Right? Once you got this down pat, you can sell toothpicks and people will still want to follow you. Doesn't matter. Okay? Doesn't matter at all. Right? I'm telling you guys, this right here, when I got this, all right, this is when everything changed for me. Everything completely changed for me when I understood this particular power here. All right. So what I want you to do tonight on go on my social media page, and I want you to put comments. I want you to put comments on what you learned here tonight. What did you get from the call here tonight? And how are you going to go and implement and create this environment? What are you going to do this week? What are you going to go and experience this week that's above where you are right now? Doesn't even matter if you're a millionaire already. What are you going to experience that's above where it is that you are right now? Right? What are you going to give yourself? What gift are you going to give yourself? The emotions of where it is that you want to go that maybe you don't really think you can get there right now, right? But I promise you, when you go and experience it, it's going to create a whole new comfort zone. When you come back into your regular environment, you're going to say, no, I don't belong here. I belong up here. And you're going to do everything necessary to go out there and make this thing happen. All right? So I appreciate you guys being on the call. We're going to be on again next week, Monday. All right? We're going to be teaching again next week, Monday, on the power of belief. All right? Because there's so many different things that you're going to get from this. All right? So many different angles of how you can actually learn how to implement this into your life for you to actually go out there and create the lifestyle that you want for yourself. IML Go Beyond. January the 18th and the 19th. We got fan night. It's going to be 5 o'clock to 10 p.m. This is going to be Forex trading training and cryptocurrency training as well. And then Saturday main event, we've got a major announcement that we're going to be making at this event. It is going to be absolutely incredible. We've got some things that we're going to be giving out as well, some awards that we're going to be giving out as well. You don't want to miss this. Early bird tickets are over tonight, $67. They're over tonight. Go ahead and get your early bird tickets. They're going to be over at midnight. Okay, we're going to be done at midnight with the early bird tickets, and it moves up to $97. Some of the leaders have actually gone and actually purchased tickets. I know Bishop Wiggins out there in Orlando, him and his family's team went out and purchased 100 tickets for this event. They're not playing. They're really serious about getting a couple hundred people to this event. That's the type of commitment. That's when you know someone is ready to go to the next level. I know leaders have tickets on hand as well, so you can get tickets from them. You get tickets online as well. We're going to have a couple thousand people at this event, and then obviously roads lead to Las Vegas for IML Unleashed. Okay, so we're going to go beyond, and then we're going to unleash in Las Vegas. All right, 2019 is going to be an explosive year of increase. There's going to be a tsunami of wealth that is going to happen in your life. I am super pumped up about 2019. You know, when at the end of every year, what we do is we kind of set the tone of what's going to happen in 2000 for the very next year. And we set the tone with what? I'll tell you what we set the tone with. We set the tone with the words that we speak, the images that we put around us, and then we give ourselves the emotions of gratitude and love for those things. And that's what fortifies the belief system, and that's what actually reinforces it. Guys, this is something that we practice. This is something that we live. It works every single time, and it's going to work for you as well. So I'm going to see you next week, Monday. Let me know in the chat. You enjoyed the call. Put a 777. Go on social media. Let everybody know what it is that you actually learned here tonight as well. All right? Love you guys.